Now I'm audible. Sorry to everyone. Good evening. No voice, no voice, no voice, no audio. Is audio back? क्या आप लोग मेरी सुरीली आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं? Are you able to heard my voice right now? Okay. Not surili, but at least are you able to hear my voice or not? Okay, fine, fine. So I was telling you in the demand for grants, for example, we have 52 entries and we want to add one more, and for that we don't know exactly how much amount is required. So we go for vote on credit. Under the vote on credit, we just ask the parliament to allow us to withdraw money from the Consolidated Fund of India, and in this way we are going to get the permission we can withdraw any amount which is required. That is why it is known as blank check. That is why it is known as blank check to treasury bench. So maybe question can be framed in this way also: which of the following is known as blank check? Which of the following is known as a blank check for the government? Right? So you can remember this thing: vote on credit. And because these two terms are most of the times when you are studying the polity or you are studying the economy or in general, these two terms are being means these two terms came one after another, right? So that is why many times students get confused. They are get confused ki what is vote on credit and what is vote on account. So I simply explained you first what is vote on account, and I hope I also explained you remember that I explained what is interim budget. Interim budget is presented during the year of general election. During the year of general election, this interim budget is presented. So what is the philosophy? The outgoing government will present the budget. Outgoing government will present the budget for that period for which it have the tenure. For example, if government have the tenure till then July, so from April to July plus 3 extra months so that the new government can get the time to prepare their budget and present it. So April to July means plus 3 months, that is August, September, October. So the outgoing government will present the budget from April to October, right? That is known as interim budget. So always keep this thing in mind. The interim budget will be presented by whom? The interim budget will be always presented by outgoing government. Okay. Now, when the new government will come after October, means till then October, you have presented the budget regarding what expenditure and receipts. Now, the new government, they have to prepare the budget for the remaining time of financial year. Remaining time of financial year means from November to March. They have to present the budget from November to March. Okay, so November to March they have to present the budget. So what the budget they are going to present for remaining financial year? Listen very carefully. For the remaining financial year, whatever they are going to present, that is known as vote on account. Vote on account. This will be known as vote on account. Now question is why it is known as vote on account, right? Don't need to focus here right now. Just I will explain you what is vote on account in detail, right? So I told you government have to present the financial year's budget from 1st April to 31st March, right? 1st April to 31st March. And budget right now is presented at 1st February. Earlier it was presented on 28th of February. So why they went to 1st of February? Earlier they was presenting on 1st of February, right? So 1st of February you present the annual financial statement, and I told you under the annual financial statement there will be demand for grants, and rest of the part is what? Demand for grants, and rest of the part is finance bill, right? Rest of the part is finance bill. But as I explained you, both required to be first reading, second reading, and third reading. Similarly, finance bill also required these three readings: first, second, and third reading. It is required only in Lok Sabha. It is required in Lok Sabha plus 14 days in Rajya Sabha, as I already explained you this thing. But to go for discussion and voting, members of parliament need time. They need some time so that they can prepare for the debate and discussion and for the voting. So after presenting the budget, you must have to give some time. First for demand for grants, then for the finance bill. So when it was presented on 28th of February, when it was presented on 28th of February, the entire budget means demand for grants and finance bill. Entire budget was generally passed by July July of that particular financial year. So the issue is, if you have to spend the money, because from 1st April we have to spend the money, expenditures will be start from 1st of April, but your budget is going to be completely passed by the July, right? So either you have to halt all of your expenditures, till then budget is not going to be passed. It is not possible. Not possible, because if it is going to happen, then you cannot get the salary. People who are working for the government, people who are doing the government work, they will not be get paid, right? So it is not possible. So that is why what we will do, we will ask for some amount, so that we can spend till then July, right? So entire budget is going to be passed by the July, right? But your expenditures are going to start from where? 1st April, right? So in order to fulfill your requirements from April to July, you will request Parliament, please allow us to withdraw some money from the consolidated fund so that we can fulfill our requirements from April to July. Right? So you will request the Parliament, and that request is being made in terms of what? In terms of vote on account. So what is vote on account? First focus. What is vote on account? Vote on account is every financial year, means when we present the budget and the passing of the budget. Presentation of the budget and passing of the budget. Passing of the budget, it takes some time. So in order to spend from the 1st of the April onwards, we request the Parliament ki please give me some money so that we can start spending for that said period. Till then budget is not being passed. So this is known as what? Vote on account. Okay. Now in the year of election, first government will present the interim budget for the said period. I have given you the example. Government's validity is till then July plus 3 months. So they have presented the budget from April to October. From April to October, they have presented the budget, that is interim budget. And when the new government will come, new government have to prepare the budget for November to how much? November to March, means total 5 months. So there is no rationale to prepare the entire budget for just 5 months. There is no rationale to go for complete preparation of this 5 months. So rather than going for what the complete budget, they will also say that vote on account. What government will say? Government will say, please give us some money so that we can fulfill our expenditure for this 5 month. Then we will prepare the entire budget for upcoming financial year. Right? So in this way, vote on account is being presented. So what is the philosophy of vote on account? Divyanshu Shukla is asking, vote on account means vote on account gives ways and means advance. Vote on account means give ways and means advance? No. Vote on account is just being allowing you to withdraw money from the consolidated. Ways and means advance is being used to borrow the money. Ways and means advance is for the purpose of withdrawing the money from borrowing through borrowings. So ways and means advance is used for the borrowing, right? So don't be confused. Ways and means advance is a completely different thing. It is being used by the government to borrow from RBI or through RBI. RBI is what? RBI is government bank, right? Government bank. So government can borrow through RBI. Through RBI means RBI will a government will ask RBI, we need some amount of money, and for that purpose RBI will issue the government securities, right? Will issue the government securities, and that government through the government securities RBI will take money through the banks and other financial institution and will provide to the government, right? If that money is not going to be fulfilled by the market, then in that case RBI himself going to lend the money to the government, right? When government need for temporary mismatch, then they will go for ways and means advance. This temporary mismatch is being done through borrowings. So you are going to take money from borrowings, and this money, when you will took the borrowing, it will go to consolidated fund of India, right? Whereas in the vote on account, what you are going to do, you are going to withdraw the money from consolidated fund of India. So these are two different things. Okay, Divyanshu, these are two different things. Vote on account is a different thing. You are going to be allowed to withdraw the money from the consolidated fund. Whereas ways and means advance is a system through which government can borrow the money to fulfill their temporary mismatch. Right? So that is the means of borrowing. Right? Whereas in the consolidated fund, all kind of the receipts are being there. All kind of the receipts are being there. Right? Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Mohesh Sharma sir, your YouTube videos are very good, but don't know how your course will help. Please advise. Sorry, I'm making question in between. How my course will help? My course is going to give you the wide understanding about finance, economy, and socio-economic system. So whatever the syllabus is being given for NABARD, for SEBI, for RBI, right? For all these three exams, whatever the syllabus they have defined, which is related to finance, economy, and socio-economic system, right? all these things are going to be covered in my lectures. So if you are watching my lectures, if you have subscribed this course, right, watching these lectures means what? If it is means those lectures which are free to all, you can watch those lectures, build your basic fundamentals, right? Build your basic fundamentals, and you can then go for your own preparation, right? Go for own preparation. Those who need hand holding means they have to subscribe this course, and once you will subscribe this course, so I am not just going to give the fundamentals, I am going to give you what? I am going to give you the each and every topic understanding. In one area I accept, in one area I'm little bit lacking, right? I'm little bit lacking to provide you the PDF on time, right? Though I'm working little bit means I have some work, so I was not able to, I means you can consider as an apology to you, all of you, especially for the paid subscribers. Please accept my sincere apology. I'm getting delayed, means I'm late to provide you the PDF. But because of some prior engagement of mine, I have to finish that task first. So once it will be finished, I will definitely provide you the PDF. Though for SEBI I have provided the PDF, RBI have not provided the PDF. For RBI I have committed on the Telegram channel of paid students. I will provide the PDF in next 3 to 4 days. Definitely I will give you the PDF, right? So being as a paid user and being as a free user means on the YouTube, what is the difference? If you are watching the only YouTube lectures, you can build up your basic fundamentals and do your own preparation. But if you are a paid user, then you have to just left each and everything on me regarding doing the things. What you have to do, see the lecture, do the revision, and do whatever I am going to tell you. For example, after this 2 sessions means I have covered the RBI, I am covering this budget. After that, I will also start some time in between the lectures. I will take one question where I will also explain you the descriptive part, ki how to write an answer, right? How to write an answer, and I will ask some of you to write an answer. In fact, I ask you to write an answer on particular question, but nobody has submitted his answer. Few lecture back, I have told you you can write and you can submit on the Telegram channel, but nobody has submitted till then date, right? Anyways, no issues. If you have not done that thing, no issues. You can finish that part. Then I'll start giving the questions, and I will evaluate the copy. And while evaluating the copy, I will try to do one live evaluation. Live evaluation means ki I will open the copy in front of you. If students have no issues, then I will open the copy in front of you and I will check the copy and I'll let you know ki these are the mistakes, common mistakes done by the student. Right? So all these things I'm going to provide you under the paid services. That is, for me, it is like hand holding of the student to provide all the necessary requirement. But ultimately, see, my dear, what maximum I can do? I cannot be Munna Bhai or circuit, right? What I can be, what I can be like J. Asthana, right? So I can be like that person who can help you in the all kind of resources. Ki these are the resources, you must do this thing. These are the things you must do this thing. This thing I can do from my side. Rest is up to you to do the hard work, and wherever you feel difficulty, let me know. From so many days I am taking the lecture, but it never happened. There are some regular students who are watching these lectures on regular basis, but I have never seen that somebody came back to me and asked me, sir, in that lecture you have explained that thing. I didn't get that. Please explain me once again. Right. So what I thought that ki maybe this is my problem. Why it is my problem? Because I have not provided the PDF, right? So I have not provided the PDF. That's why I'm quiet. But once I will provide the PDF, so I also need some commitment from you also, right? I need some commitment from you also. Ki you should do the hard work. So in order we will get satisfied. See, money is not only reason why I'm here with you, right? Money is not only the reason. The satisfaction, the ultimate satisfaction is what? Money is always a reason for the satisfaction, but the ultimate satisfaction will not given by the money. Ultimate satisfaction will given by the money plus the prestige, right? Money, the prestige of what? I can claim that he even means you will get selected, even you will not recognize me, that's fine, but at least I will be happy if somebody who was part of my program and he got selected and he is an officer right now, right? One of my student, he got selected in 2016-17, and right now he is an assistant commandant in Central Industrial Security Force, right? First he want to become an assistant commandant through UPSC exam, but I told him what, don't go for that exam directly because that exam is little bit more demanding. So what you do, first prepare for the SI exam, sub inspector exam, which is conducted through CPU exam, and then you can apply for that assistant commandant exam. So he asked me why, sir. I told him, see, in UPSC exam, they will give you only around 50 vacancy for CISF as an assistant commandant, right? But if you will clear this SI exam and you will become the sub inspector, right? You will become the sub inspector. Then there is another way to become an assistant commandant through internal exam, right? And for internal exam, there will be around 250 vacancies. So you can have a patience. You can fight for this 50 seats where the UPSC people are also appearing. Another way is what, you can crack this SI exam and then you can go for what? Then you can go for this exam, right? So that guy, he just came to that coaching where I was sitting there and he was inquiring with the help desk. I just called him, come here, I'll let you know. So I just given this thing to him and I have given the list of the books, how he can prepare. He asked my number, I have given my number, but I told him I am a little bit busy, I'm not able to take the calls. So he told me, sir, fine, I will do those things. So he started doing this thing. Next year he got selected as a sub inspector. Then he prepared for this CISF exam, means internal preparation, means internal exam, and he cleared that exam, right? And he just messaged me, sir, I got selected. I said, very nice, I'm very happy. So at means I live in Hyderabad, so I was on airport and I was going to my hometown. So I saw that some 8 to 10 CISF personnel came to me. So I got little bit scared ki why these people will come to me, because the airport security is handled by those people. And then all of a sudden, one officer behind him, all these people are coming towards me. He just came and he just asked me, sir, pehchana apne? I said no. So he told me, sir, I'm the same guy who have taken some tips from you when you are sitting in there. So I was completely shocked. I was completely shocked because whenever I have spoke with him, it is just what? It is just a text messaging, right? Text messaging or WhatsApp messaging. I have never encountered a kind of direct conversation with him in person. But he recognized me. He recognized me and then he escorted kind of me. So the kind of pleasure and the happiness when I means attended by him, so the kind of pleasure and happiness, that is an ultimate feeling. So that is an ultimate feeling. So any money cannot give you that feeling, right? Any money cannot give you the feeling. This thing what I am doing here, this can give me this feeling. Okay, this can give me this feeling. So this is the reason why I want to work with you. And similarly, the passion you are going to follow when you will have that uniform or you are going to have that kind of the job desk, right? The RBI desk or the SEBI desk you are going to have. So that is a kind of feeling which is going to always make you satisfied, confident, and more important, happy, right? So happiness will come in that way. Okay, so this is why you have to follow your passion, right? And hard work is required. Ultimately, this hard work, amount of hard work is required to reach there, because some kind of madness is required. Some kind of madness is required to achieve such kind of the achievement where there is a stiff competition. So he madly prepared. He madly prepared, and this training of sub inspector is very hard. It's very hard training, right? You have to do a lot of physical work and mental work, and then you have to prepare for the exam. It's a time taking process, but ultimately maybe he took almost 4.5 year to reach this target, to being a assistant commandant. Now next year he is going to be the deputy commandant, right? So my interaction with him is just limited to that. After that, I have not interacted with him. He also not interacted with me. Right? There is no need. Right? There is no need for him and no need for me. But that moment, the friction of moment, I can say means 5 to 10 minutes movement was a special moment of my life. Right? So there are many instances of my means such kind of interaction which give me a kind of push so that I can prepare. Right? So this is very important. This is very important, and you should be also pumped up for such kind of the thing. Okay. Yeah, sometimes what happen, even if selected students are not recognizing not recognizing this thing also happen. You feel that he is going to recognize you, but sometimes they do not recognize. Everyone have this own area of judgment, right? So some people feel that it's completely my work, and he do what for he was paid. Some students feel that, and I'm absolutely fine this thing. I'm absolutely fine this thing, but still some sort of satisfaction in the mind. Ki, yes, he got selected, right? So this always give the pleasure. So that's why I'm telling you what, if you do not have a passion, if you do not have a passion for thing, it's going to be very difficult for you. It is going to be very difficult for you to attain or achieve, right? So just don't study the things. Study the things only when you feel that ki, okay, I need this thing and I can do anything for this thing. So you you want to become an RBI grade B officer. So the passion should be like that ki in the newspaper, if RBI is mentioned somewhere, automatically your attention is going to be that news. So this should be this kind of the passion you must have. If you do not have this passion, develop it. Otherwise, it will be little bit difficult. Otherwise, it will be little bit difficult to do that thing. Okay. Mohit, you can reach me through our grade beat crack grade beat team, right? So means I generally do not available for all people, right? Because of some my work and professional things also. What I feel that if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me through our team. You can contact them, right? If you want to enroll the course, if you have any doubt in your mind, you can connect with me for that, right? Ashok ji will provide some kind of the conference call with me. I'll definitely talk to you if you want, right? Otherwise, if you are a paid subscriber, you can reach me through the Telegram channel. You can drop a direct message to me if required. I will definitely talk to you. See, in my family, in my family means it's a little bit big family, and most of my generation kind of the people are in government job, right? They are in the government job. So I also have a big dream to become an IFS officer, Indian Foreign Services officer, or being an IPS, right? But I committed certain mistakes during my preparation, and I was not able to get selected. Fine, so I accept, because I'm not going to say that is some kind of some kind of destiny was against with me. I don't want to create such kind of the stories. I'm very realistic kind of the person in this area specifically. You will not get selected only because of your weaknesses in certain areas, right? Don't blame others, destiny, parents. no need to do that thing. I am the example, right? I am the example. I have committed the mistakes. That's why I didn't get selected. And I tell you one secret also. I never want to become a teacher. Never want to become a teacher. But yes, destiny forced me. And destiny, this kind of the thing, now what I'm telling you, this kind of the inspiration, when student gets selected, then I realize that this is the ultimate satisfaction. This is the ultimate satisfaction. And I just dreamed that okay, uh, I was not able to get selected, but I will make sure that when I will become the teacher, who is going to be my student or who is going to follow my lectures in all government job, I will be get selected. So if you will be get selected, I feel I got selected. So if I'm not able to become an what IFS, no need to worry. I can be whatever I want. Like Raghuram Govind Rajan said that, no, I do what I do. Right. So I also follow this philosophy. Fine, I was not able to crack this exam, but I will make sure that in every government job, in every public sector, wherever there is a competitive exam, I will be there as a selected candidate. So this is my passion. This is my passion. And I always follow this passion. Right? And this is why I'm telling you. I'm telling you because you must also follow this passion. I'm telling you now, if you see the RBI, if you see the RBI somewhere, your automatic what? You are going to be attracted automatically to read that part. So then that thing is going to be in you. Okay, I am well passionated enough to crack this exam. So you have to develop this passion inside yourself. Yes, this see who want to become what, that is individual person's perception. That is a kind of perception which everyone have this feeling. Lot of people has left the job. Lot of people have left their very highly reputed job and they came here to join this services. I'll tell you recently, one student who interacted with me, he was working in Google since last 5 years, and his annual salary is something around 2.5 crores in Indian rupee. He is getting this amount of salary, right? And everybody know that what kind of the culture and prestige and the way Google provides to their employees and highly paid employees. He is from IIT Kharagpur. That guy is from IIT Kharagpur, and he just spoke with me and he quit his job and he's coming next month, probably next month. He's already preparing for the civil services. He's coming to next month to India, and from here he will aspire for the civil services, right? And there are the people who joined the civil services at mid, they have quit the civil services. So that is individual's perception. Don't think what others think, just focus and follow your passion. Yeah, sort of true. These are the no, these are the kind of job where there is less amount of kind of political interference. So these also are the full of peace of mind. Okay, now come back to the point because we went too far in this thing, right? So okay, where was I? I was explaining about this annual financial statement and I was telling you about vote on account. What is vote on account? Vote on account means when the financial year is going to start, by that time we are not able to clear the entire budget, and that is why we request the parliament to allow us to spend for that time when the budget is not being passed. For that said period, allow us to spend the money. That is called vote on account, right? And I also explained what is interim budget. So interim budget, vote on account and vote on credit. I hope it is clear. One more thing I just want to let you know, means the process of budget, this budget preparation. Budget is prepared by Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance, right? This is the department which is responsible for the preparation of budget, right? Department of Economic Affairs. Okay. And one more thing, while preparing the budget, actually the budget which is presented on 1st Feb, the process of preparation of this budget will start third quarter of ongoing financial year. So which financial year is going on? The financial year is going on is financial year 2021 to 2022. This financial year is going on. So third quarter starts from September 2021. So from September 2021, the process is started to prepare the budget for financial year 22-23. Right. So I told you budget basically have what? Budget basically have two things. One is expenditure and other is receipts, right? Expenditure and receipts. So when the process will start, Department of Economic Affairs will send a letter to all ministries and department, and they will ask how much money do you need for this upcoming financial year. How much money do you need for upcoming this financial year, right? So you are being asked, suppose that you are minister in the Ministry of Defense. So you are the Minister of Defense and Economic Affairs Department asks you ki how much money do you need for financial year 2022-2023, right? So what was the practice earlier? The practice was that rather than closely examine what is the need in this financial year, what generally the process was earlier, the process was rather than looking to what is the requirement of this upcoming financial year, what people will do in the different ministries, not only defense ministries, just giving you the example of defense ministry. What was happening earlier is rather than looking what we need, what they do, they will just check last 5 years. For example, 1920, 1819, 1920, 2021, and before that 1718. Just check how much money we have taken for defense expenditure. Suppose that we have taken 4 lakh crores, then we went for 4.8 lakh crores, then we went for 5.5 lakh crores, and in 2021 we went for 6.1 lakh crores. So now we have to go for 2021 2022, we have seen that 6.9 lakh crores. So for 22-23, how much approximate money we need? Just around 7.8. So in this way, demand were made by different ministries. So this was practice. This was a practice rather than forward looking approach ki what are the possible requirements we do have. They do what? They go for retrospective, means in last 5 years how much average money is being demanded, right? So every year we are increasing our expenditure by 70-80,000 crores. So in that way we can request for 7.8 lakh crores, right? We will request for this 7.8 lakh crores. So this is the way. But now we do follow what? We do follow zero base budget. Zero based budget. So what is zero based budget? You have to negate all these things. You have to negate all these things. Means asking for this money, while asking for this money, you cannot give a base these things. You have to properly mention कि this 7.8 lakh crores where you are going to spend. Give us details. Give in details. Rather than just giving this a speculation of what? Yeah, but 1st of October. Sorry, I mentioned the 1st of September. It is 1st of October. So you have to mention all these detailed expenditure. So this is known as zero-based budget. What is zero-based budget? While preparing the demand for grants, every ministry, what they was doing earlier, they was just doing a base years, means in the previous years how much money we have requested, just take it as a base and request the how much money do you need for the next financial year. So this process was ended through zero based budgeting. You cannot use the previous years as a base. Make a detailed list of expenditures where you are going to spend the money and then send us so that we will grant the money, right? So this is known as zero based budgeting, and in India it was started in 1986. 1986, quite old, but sometimes they do ask what do you understand by zero based budgeting. Is it clear, zero based budgeting? Zero based budgeting is clear? No, 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 no. March rush means what? March rush means financial year is going to close, right? Financial year is going to close. So suppose that your ministry was allocated with 7.8 lakh crores. Okay. So defense ministry was allocated with 7.8 lakh crore. Fine. So this money will be spent in financial year 2022-2023. Okay. This money is going to be spent by the Ministry of Defense in 2022-2023. And this financial year will be divided into 4 quarters. First is from April, May, June, April to June. Second quarter is July to September. Third quarter is what? Third quarter is October to December. And fourth one is what? Fourth one is December to March. And I told you the entire budget which was earlier passed in July, when we was presenting the budget on 28th February, right? When we was presenting the budget on 28th of February, the entire budget get passed by July. But once we have started presenting the budget on 1st of February, the entire budget is being passed by what? Entire budget is being passed by somewhere around, means demand for grants is completely passed even before the financial year, but complete part will take somewhere around May, right? And especially the finance bill. Finance bill will be cleared by May or somewhere in June. But demand for grants will be cleared by 30th March. 30th March or 28th of March, 29th of March, they will pass the demand for grants. So once the demand for grants is being passed, that means Ministry of Defense is allocated with 7.8 lakh crores, right? They are allocated with 7.8 lakh crores on 1st April, right? 1st April, you will get the 7.8 lakh crores for your ministry. So in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, you have spent that money, right? But generally what happened, because of this bureaucratic process, right? Money will come, lot of paperwork is required, and then evaluation, lot of things will happen, the bureaucratic work, right? So sometimes what happen in these 3 quarters, in these 3 quarters you have spent only how much? 4 lakh crores. That means in the fourth quarter you have to spend 3.8 lakh crores. Otherwise, money will be lapsed. Lapse mean it will be returned to the consolidated fund because you are not able to spend. So money will be returned to the consolidated fund. So this is why we called it as a March rush from the government side. From the government side, that is March rush. March rush means we want to fulfill all the expenses, otherwise we will short of the target, right? So this is from the government side. Now from individual and those people who are working, they are getting income, and most of the year they are focused on what? Consumption. But at the end of financial year, by 31st March, you have to file your tax, and there are some tax rebates, right? There are some tax rebate. For example, if you are having your home loan, right, you have your insurance, so some tax relief will be given. So generally in last quarter, that is from Jan to March, in this third quarter, most of the people, individual as well as firms, they will try to go for tax savings, right? So they will go for the tax savings so that they can avail all the facility provided by the government in terms of tax rebate. So this is for them is a March rush. This is the March rush. Whereas if you will see the economy, Indian economy, April to April, May, June. Second is July to September. Third is October to December. And fourth one is Jan to March. Can you guess in which quarter government is going to get maximum amount of tax? Arti, I will answer your question. Just first answer my question. April, July, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. What do you think? Chetan is saying fourth quarter. Aarti is saying third quarter. First April to June. Fourth one. Nobody is going with the July to September. Either people are going with October to December, then January to March, or they are going with what? Jan to March. But answer is October to December. Answer is October to December. Why October to December? It is a time when lot of spending will happen in India. All major festivals in India will come in this quarter. Doesn't matter which religion you follow in general, right? From Eid, Deepavali, Christmas, all major festivals will come in this duration. So lot of spending in India. That is why sales, right, and through spending lot of tax collection will be there, right? So if you will see the data, lot of collection will be from this quarter. So this is the quarter which is very important which is very important for Indian economy, right? Which is very important for Indian economy because in this quarter, a lot of spending by the people. Whereas if you will see, means other countries, means like US, Europe. So from their perspective, December and January, especially the fourth quarter. But for Indian context, it is October to December where a lot of people will spend the money. That is why October to December, where the tax receipts are highest in all of the four quarters. Right. Now, Aarti have a question. She is asking, sir, vote on account में expenditure कैसे decide होता है? See, suppose that total money is going to be spent by the government of India. इसी से example से बता देता हूँ. Suppose that government is going to spend how much government has decided to spend in a financial year. Government has decided to spend how much? Government has decided to spend 15 lakh crores. Just an example. So 15 lakh crores we are going to spend this financial year, and that is 2022-23 financial year. Right. And you know that ki complete budget is going to be passed by somewhere around May to June. Right. And total how much we have to spend? Total we have to spend 15 lakh crores. Right. So for this period, you want vote on account. So somewhere around 3.5 lakh crore, you can go for vote on account because total means in 4 quarters you have to spend 15 lakh crores. So somewhere around 3.5 lakh crore is required for this quarter. So that's why we will ask this money. Right? We will ask this money. Acha, we are discussing this thing here. So I just also want to tell you one more thing. There is a concept of crowding out and crowding in. Crowding out and crowding in. So generally what happened, all these discussions, with all this discussion, you can understand that in this quarter and in this quarter, expenditure by all ministries and department is going to be very high. Whereas in this quarter, because complete budget is not passed, so generally expenditure is little bit low, is going to be little bit low. Okay. And as government is planning to spend how much? Government is planning to spend 15 lakh crores, and maybe out of this 15 lakh crores, government is going to borrow 6 lakh crores. Government is planning to spend how much? 15 lakh crores, and out of this, government is going to suppose that borrow 6 lakh crores. Okay. So now my question is for you. What do you think? In which quarter borrowing? See, government have to borrow 6 lakh crore for financial year 2022-23. Okay. Government is planning to spend total 15 lakh crore, and out of this 15 lakh crore, government is planning to borrow 6 lakh crores. So my question is for you. What do you think, in which of the following quarter borrowing will be maximum? Total how much we have to borrow? 6 lakh crores, but we have to borrow this 6 lakh crore in 4 quarters. So what do you think, in which of the following quarter the borrowing by the government is going to be very high? Answer please. In this 4 quarters, government have to borrow total 6 lakh crores, and out of this 6 lakh crores, in which of the following quarter, what do you think the borrowing is going to be very high? Yes, fourth quarter. No, fourth quarter, because what I just explained, the March rush. In March rush, you have to spend the entire money. right? You have to spend the entire money. So by government, the borrowing is going to be very high in this fourth quarter, January to March. So in market, this is the amount, fixed amount of money is available, right? In the market, from where government is borrowing, government is going to borrow from where? Financial market. Financial market, government is going to borrow from here with the help of RBI, right? So here, this is our financial market where money is available. Where money is available, okay. This is the amount of money we have in our financial system. Fine. So what will happen? What will happen in this fourth quarter? The major amount of money is going to be borrowed by whom? The major amount of money in this quarter is going to be borrowed by government. So the money is going to be borrowed by government. So maybe private sector. Private sector will feel the heat because the entire money is what? Entire money is being taken by government. So for private sector, the money is not going to be available because government is going to go for heavy borrowings in this fourth quarter. So this is also kind of the factor when interest rates will vary, because everybody know that in the fourth quarter government is going to take this money. Fine. So private sector is going to have a little availability of money. This point is clear. Is it clear right now? Those who have given the different option, is it clear for them? Okay. Yes, yes, Bharat, very good. GSS, guild, bonds, debentures. Now understand what is crowding out and crowding in. What is crowding out and crowding in? So when government announced, when government announced 30% tax on crypto assets, when government announced 30% tax on crypto assets, right? Suppose that this is India's crypto market. This is India's crypto market, and there are Indian as well as foreign investors, right? So once you have mentioned, once you have, this is our crypto market in India, and government has announced that we will charge 30% tax. What do you think? What foreign investors will do? They will immediately withdraw their money from Indian crypto market because they have to pay a huge amount of the tax in the Indian crypto market, where earlier there was no tax. There was no tax, and it is very fruitful investment for them. But right now they have to pay the tax, right? So they will immediately start withdrawing their money. This is what we known as crowding out. So when money will start coming out of our financial system, money is going out from our financial system, especially by foreign investors. For foreign, from foreign investors, if the money is going to out by, means they are taking away their money, right? That is crowding out. And when government say that ki, government said that ki, okay, in the budget what we have announced that it is just an April fool, don't worry, there will be no tax on it, then again this foreign investor will start putting their money. So when the money will start pouring in your system, right, money is coming to your system, we will call it as crowding in. So this is crowding in and crowding out. Clear? Is this point is clear? What is crowding in, crowding out? Okay. If it is clear, one more term, there is a term known as crowdfunding. 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 So what is crowdfunding? Right? What is crowdfunding? For example, till then date means recently RBI has launched one scheme where a single person means like you and me can also purchase the government securities, right? We can also purchase the government securities. Earlier, those government securities are exclusively available for institutions only. Institutions like bank, insurance companies, mutual fund, they can purchase the government securities from RBI. Only they can purchase the securities from RBI. But right now, each and every individual who is an Indian citizen, they can also purchase this government securities from RBI directly, right? So now what is happening? Earlier, government was borrowing the money only from the institution through RBI. Earlier, what was happening? It is government, and here is RBI, and from RBI, financial institution, financial institution, and through financial institution, people. So people, government need money, right? Government need money. Government will say RBI, and RBI will issue what? GSES, and that GSES is available to financial institution. Why? Because people are depositing their money or investing their money in the financial institution, and these financial institutions are purchasing this government securities as an investment. Now people can directly purchase this GSES from where? RBI. They can still purchase from the financial, they can invest in the financial institution, and financial institutions can go for what? Financial institutions can go for GSES. But now people of India can directly purchase the government securities from RBI. So, is this point is clear? Is this point is clear? So, what crowdfunding? What crowdfunding means? What? So, crowdfunding means when you are getting money from people directly. When you are getting the money from people directly, it is known as crowdfunding. Charu, I will come to your question. I will come to your question. First, understand what is crowdfunding. So, for example, we want to, for example, PM cares, right? People are requested to donate for that fund, right? You are requested to donate for that fund. So that is the means of what? Crowdfunding. This is the way of doing the crowdfunding. So for anything, if government is asking money, right? Government is asking money. So if government is asking the money, two things can be possible. Government is asking money and government is saying that we will return your money with interest, or government is just requesting you to donate for that particular thing. So that donation is coming from the crowdfunding, right? That donation is coming from the crowdfunding. So the government or such kind of the way is known as crowdfunding. You have seen that sometimes people like what is the name of that guy? Sonu Sood. Sonu Sood. So a lot of time he will request on different platform ki please fund that for kid. So what you are doing, you are trying to purchase and kind of treatment through the crowdfunding. So all these means of crowdfunding. Okay, I hope this is clear. Charu is asking, sir, crowding in का टेक्निक टर्म क्या होगा? अप्रैल फूल वाला समझ नहीं आया। अरे आई जस्ट टोल्ड यू दैट कि गवर्नमेंट सेड दैट 30% टैक्स ऑन क्रिप्टो, so every foreign investor ran away from India, right? Ran away from India. So just explain you what is crowding in. I told you कि suppose that government is going to announce कि that announcement which we have made earlier of 30% tax, that was just an April fool. Don't worry, we are not going to tax anything. There will be no tax. Then whosoever is ran away from India, they will start coming back to India. They will come back to India with their money to invest. So when people will come back to your country and pour their money in your country, we will call it as the crowding in, crowding in, crowding out. Right? So crowding in and crowding out. Okay? So I have discussed all related means technical term related to static part of the budget. In next class, I will start with this. I will start with this, just a glimpse. Annual financial statement. I will discuss few details with you, not all, few details. And apart from that, this will be under the discussion. So these things I am going to discuss. For example, the budget is comprised of what, and I will also discuss this thing. This is actually quite important, this part specifically. Right? रुपया कहाँ से आता है? From rupee comes from, right? And where it is spent. So this is I'm going to discuss first in the next class. So now from the next class onwards, discussion will be purely on this year's budget. Yes, 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 yes. I will provide. I will provide. Yes, Chetan, I will provide. So I'm winding up today's session. From tomorrow onwards, I will start discussing this part. Okay? Okay then. Good night to all of you.